Tonight we report on why Mick Hansen is suing the Moses Lake Irrigation and Rehabilitation District, and the Washington State Farm Bureau announced the candidates they are endorsing. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Ephrata football claims the Battle of the Basin bragging rights, and the Moses Lake girls soccer team picks up a big road win over Shadle Park. Let's take a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
When we come back, I'll let you know who can see that chance of rain and how much cooler temperatures will be starting off tomorrow, and when we'll be able to see a warming trend.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on I-501 News.
From the I-501 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is I-501 News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is I-501 News, and it starts now.
Mick Hansen is suing the Moses Lake Irrigation and Rehabilitation District to get it to change how it handles taxes and voting. The former district director filed a motion for an injunction in Grant County Superior Court, claiming the district, the directors, and Grant County are violating the law in how they collect taxes and handle voting. Board Chair Jeff Foster and District Manager Chris Overland did not have any comment on the legal action. The district charges property owners in its boundaries $1 per $1,000 of assessed value in property taxes. Hansen's attorney, Thomas Burke, argued the district is limited to 25 cents per $1,000 of assessed value unless it holds a special election. Burke also argued state law doesn't allow each property owner to receive 2 votes per piece of property in directory elections. He claims state law allows each owner only 2 votes. The Grant County Historical Museum helped entertain and educate during Pioneer Days last weekend. Reporter Cameron Probert was there and has the story.
History was on display Saturday as people interacted with Grant County's past. Grant County Historical Museum's 23rd Pioneer Day featured mock gunfights, stick horse races, a blacksmith, and the stories of the people who lived and worked in the county. Pat Witham, the museum's director, was happy with the turnout at the event. She said it's aimed at celebrating the perseverance of the settlers who came to an area with little water, rocks, sagebrush, and no trees.
And they had to clear this all in order to have farm to raise anything, and let alone to try and feed cattle and sheep.
People moved through the buildings in the village. Each played some role in the history of the county, including the original St. Rose of Lima Catholic Church.
And also, I think there's another thing people don't realize. Every single artifact that's in this museum, other than the parlor set of furniture, was donated.
The museum closes for the season on Tuesday and will reopen on the first Saturday of May. For I-501 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
The Washington State Farm Bureau is endorsing several Grant County candidates. Their Political Action Committee announced they support State 13th District Representative Judy Warnick for her bid for State Senate, Grant County Public Records Officer Melissa McKnight for Grant County Assessor, Michelle Jaderlin for Grant County Auditor. The Bureau endorsed Grant County Commissioner Cindy Carter, who is seeking re-election. Grant County Treasurer Darrell Pheasant received endorsement while seeking his 8th term. The Bureau did not endorse a candidate in the race to be the state representative for the 13th District. Republicans Tom Dent and Danny Bulliard both seek the open seat. The Bureau previously announced an endorsement for U.S. House of Representatives candidate Dan Newhouse. Ballots for the November 5th general election are expected to be mailed on October 15th. Representatives from 10 universities will be available during the Fall College Transfer Fair at Big Bend Community College to discuss transfer opportunities. The visiting colleges include Central Washington University, Eastern Washington University, Gonzaga, Heritage, Washington State University, and more. The representatives will be on the Big Bend campus for 2 days in the ATEC building. The Wednesday session is from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. and is open to local high school students and their parents. A financial aid presentation begins at 6:30 p.m. The transfer fair continues on Thursday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. outside the dining commons in the ATEC building. The annual event is sponsored by the Washington Council for High School College Relations. For more information, call Big Bend Outreach Coordinator Rita Ramirez at 509-793-2072. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
Are you looking to improve your or your child's smile? At Casciati Orthodontics, we make it our mission to make braces more affordable and fun. Our business has proudly served the Columbia Basin for over 20 years, and our new conveniently located state-of-the-art facility offers a relaxing environment full of fun activities for the kids. We accept all types of insurance and have convenient payment plans available. Give us a call for a complimentary evaluation, no referral needed, or check us out on the web and make an appointment online. Searching for that perfect place to settle down? Whether you're looking for an elegant single-story, spacious two-story, or a custom home on acreage, Aho Construction can aid your decision with a streamlined production process that saves time, money, and natural resources. Compare us to other builders and see for yourself what advantages you can get by choosing an Aho home. Our philosophy is that we do things right the first time around. Start planning your dream house today with Aho Construction. Call 509-766-1366.
Hi everyone, thanks for being with us. I'm Cristina Sanchez with your One News Weather Center, brought to you by Bud Clary Toyota dealer, Toyota Let's Go Places. We begin with our headlines. We do have a cold front approaching our area within this evening throughout the overnight hours, so we'll have cooler temperatures ahead of us, chance of showers into the coast, and dry conditions to the end of the week. For us here within our Columbia Basin, we started off the day in the low 40s. Average low is 45 degrees. High temperatures today in the upper 70s. Average high is 72 for this time of the year. So we're still a few degrees above the normal high. And looking at Moses Lake, started off the day in the mid 40s. Average low is 42. High temperatures in the 80s throughout the day today. And the average high is 72 in Moses Lake. Right now, current temperatures right outside your door, staying in the mid 70s, winds blowing from the west up to 15 miles an hour within the area. We do have this cold front that has brought in that chance of showers throughout the coast. Moving eastward within our state, especially along the Cascades, we see a few showers within that area throughout on Tuesday afternoon. However, here in our Columbia Basin, we'll expect to stay pretty dry throughout Tuesday and even into Wednesday. However, starting off tomorrow, we'll have that cool down in temperatures. Will be in the upper 60s. Better conditions throughout the end of this week. We do have for this Tuesday afternoon out in the coast, Seattle 63 as the high, partly sunny skies, and also into most of the western parts of our state will stay in the low to mid 60s, and into the inland northwest, high temperatures staying in the mid 60s, partly sunny skies. Yakima Valley, high temperatures for Tuesday afternoon staying in the low 70s with clear conditions within that area. Here in our Columbia Basin, we do have very nice day ahead of us for Tuesday. However, drop in temperatures staying with us in the high 60s, sunny skies. Moses Lake 70 as the high, as well as in Royal City. And looking ahead into the 7-day forecast, we do have cooler temperatures for Tuesday, Wednesday in the upper 60s, mostly sunny skies. And by Thursday and Friday, we'll stay Thursday high 60s, and on Friday afternoon we'll be in the mid 70s. Pretty cool morning. By Thursday morning we'll be in the mid 40s, starting off on Wednesday morning actually. Then we'll start a warming trend by Friday and Saturday. Enjoy that day because we'll have as a high in the low 80s, sunny skies, and then we'll stay in the mid to upper 70s by Sunday and Monday afternoon with sunny skies. This segment was brought to you by Bud Clary Toyota dealer, Toyota Let's Go Places. We'll be right back with sports.
Toyota wants to know, how did you celebrate summer?
We go fishing.
We like to hike. We love camping, mountain biking, as often as possible.
No matter the activity, there's a Toyota perfect to take you there. From that favorite fishing spot, camping area, or just a great summer drive, including Tundra. Now offered with reduced APR financing or an amazing lease. For details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today and enjoy your summer to the fullest. Toyota, let's go places.
What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideyp.com, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. With the local book telephone directory, it's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideyp.com.
The Ephrata Tigers maintain their number 9 state ranking in 2A football with a win over Quincy Friday. Reporter Sean Wells was on hand for the action.
It was the battle of the basin down in Quincy as the Jacks hosted the Ephrata Tigers. The Tigers jumped out to an early touchdown lead. Then the Jacks battled back with this John Lindquist QB keeper for a touchdown. After the Quincy score, the Tigers drove back down the field and regained the lead. Lloyd Burleson found Nick Lobe in the end zone for the touchdown pass, then hooked up with Joshua Williams for the 2-point conversion. Tigers took a 21-7 lead into halftime, then things got sloppy in the second half. Nick Lobe intercepted the Lindquist pass, then Burleson threw a pick of his own. Quincy's Gil Avila making a great grab for the interception. Two plays later, Quincy would give it right back to Ephrata as the big fella, Julio Maceda, made the pick for the Tigers. The Jacks fought hard to stay in this one, but it wasn't enough. Tigers take the battle of the basin, 24-13. For I-Fiber One News, Sean Wells.
Ellensburg kept pace with Ephrata atop the standings with a 28-14 come-from-behind win at Othello.
Rankings typically go out the window when two formidable CWAC opponents go at each other on the gridiron. And for the first half of Friday's contest, the Bulldogs were anything but the number 3 ranked 2A team in the state. Both teams went 3 and out on their first drives. The game was scoreless for the first 9 minutes as the Huskies and Bulldogs' bend but don't break defense turned back threats. The Huskies struck first. Quarterback Adrian Garza found Melvin Garza streaking down the Ellensburg sideline for a 75-yard touchdown with 3 minutes on the clock. The Bulldogs responded with an 80-yard Gabe Caskey run a minute later to tie the game 7-all. The score held up through intermission. Othello's Joe DeLeon's rushing touchdown late rounded out the scoring for the game.
In other Basin football action, it was Moses Lake laying a 41-0 hurting on the Eisenhower Cadets in Yakima. Senior running back Nathan Ball led the Chiefs' attack with 253 yards on the ground and 3 rushing touchdowns. Warden dropped a 40-14 contest at Riverview. Soap Lake suffered a 45-0 loss to Tri-Cities Prep at Chihuahua High School. Elmira Cooley Heartline fell to Coosac on the road 47-18, and Royal dropped a 19-16 overtime game at Cashmere. Inland Basin soccer action, it was the Ephrata Tigers picking up a 3-0 win at Sela Saturday. The victory moves the team to 1-0 in CWAC League play and 6-0 overall. The Tigers and Vikings found themselves in a tight defensive battle that had the teams level 0-0 through 72 minutes of action. But 3 goals over a span of 6 minutes sealed it for Ephrata. The Tigers will try to keep their unblemished record intact when Ephrata matches up with Wapato at home on Tuesday. Alicia Overland recorded her second hat trick of the season. Her twin sister Stephanie added 2 goals, and Moses Lake crushed Shadle Park 7-1 Saturday. Alicia got the Chiefs on the board 30 seconds into the contest. The Highlanders gave up an own goal off a cross by Lizzie McGraw at the 21st minute to make it 2-0. Moses Lake went up 3-0 at the break when Stephanie's header off a McGraw corner kick found the back of the Shadle Park box at the 35th minute. The Chiefs outshot the home team 21-5. Moses Lake keeper Jeanette Alvarado had 5 saves for the match. And the Wharton Cougars opened 2B Central Washington League soccer play with a 3-2 win at Mapton Saturday. Warden scored 3 times in the first half of play and then held off the Vikings' second half comeback bid to take the contest. The win puts Warden at 1-0 in the league standings and 3-3 and 1 overall. We'll be back after this.
Game time.
Papa's in the house.
Wow, what's all this?
I'm all about stats. For instance, have I got some numbers for you? Papa John's, a leader in online ordering.
You bet, Jim.
You were the first pizza company to offer it nationwide. What's the secret?
Jim, it's the pizza.
To celebrate our online leadership, get Papa John's new double pepperoni and bacon pizza for just $12.
Better ingredients
Better pizza.
and a better way to get it, papajohns.com.
Just when I thought the blizzard couldn't get any better, DQ put the blizzard inside a waffle cone. This is mind-blowing. So when DQ asked me how I would tell the world, I said... Sounds better in Italian.
Pretty impressive, Liz. Any blizzard, like confetti cake, now in a fresh baked waffle cone. This is fan food, not fast food.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the large group of people walking and enjoying each other's company in Moses Lake's McCosh Park on Saturday. Reporter Cameron Probert fills us in.
Hundreds of people gathered in McCosh Park Saturday afternoon to raise awareness of Down syndrome. More than 20 teams participated in the second Columbia Basin Buddy Walk. The event acted as a fundraiser and a way to celebrate the people succeeding with the condition. The event was started by Carrie Aronson's daughter last year. After participating in Buddy Walks in the Tri-Cities and Wenatchee, she wanted to bring the event to Moses Lake and decided to make it her senior project.
And the Buddy Walk actually is a national program. There's over 250 walks all over the United States and even in the world. There's walks in Japan and Spain and all Bahamas. There's walks everywhere. And so there was a walk in Wenatchee and a walk in Tri-Cities, but not one here. So that's why we started it.
Most of the people at the event know someone with the condition. The event drew family members from across the state to show their support.
I have a son who's 5 years old now who has Down syndrome, and all the members of our board have family members who have Down syndrome. So we have a personal investment in that. And the Buddy Walk is to basically raise money so that we can have local programs and activities and services for integration and to help the Down syndrome community in our area.
Aronson said it's important to raise awareness about the condition since family members and friends are the advocates for the people living with Down syndrome.
They can't go out and do it themselves, so we're their advocates. We're the ones that can help them get jobs, have education, integrate into the community, and they are going to bless us as individuals because just being a mother of someone who has Down syndrome has blessed my life. They have so much to give to the community. They're amazing.
After introducing the teams, the participants took a mile walk through downtown Moses Lake. They were cheered on by high school cheerleaders, members of the Big Bend Community College softball team, and others. Along the path were placards listing the names of the people with Down syndromes who helped raise money for the event. Several times in the event, the organizers and participants called them their heroes. For Lisa Borman, her 16-year-old daughter gives her perspective on life. Borman has participated in Buddy Walks in Alaska and Idaho, and when one started in Moses Lake, she joined the committee. She thanked the community for its generosity, saying people have come to the committee with offers because they knew someone with Down syndrome. For iFiber1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
We'll be right back after this.
Bud Clary Ford Honda is proud to be an automotive leader in our area. Since opening our doors over 54 years ago, we have kept a firm commitment to our customers. We offer a wide selection of vehicles and hope to make the car buying experience as quick and hassle-free as possible. You can trust that we will get you into the car or truck of your dreams. Bud Cleary has an experienced and reliable service and parts department that is open extra hours to help fit our customers' hectic schedules. Come for a test drive today at 1200 South Pioneer Way. We are a proud supporter of Columbia Basin Athletics.
As the summer has quickly approached, we all enjoy the family barbecue and kids playing in the sprinkler. However, many drivers are distracted and are seldom focusing on what's important while driving. It could be the random phone call, adjusting your stereo, or the lip gloss check in the mirror. Here at Farmers Insurance, we make sure you understand what coverages fit your needs. The more you know, the better you can plan. My name is Cheryl Kono, and I'm your local Farmers Insurance agent.
We are farmers.
Welcome back. A Mattawa resident is accused of molesting a 12-year-old girl and trying to hold her in her room when she tried to escape. Prosecutors charged Francisco Moreno Farias, a 53-year-old man, with rape of a child, child molestation, and attempted unlawful imprisonment. The victim was sleeping in her mother's bedroom when Moreno Farias, her mother's boyfriend, reportedly got into the bed and began touching her inappropriately. When the victim tried to leave the room, Moreno Farias allegedly got up, pushed her down onto the bed, and wouldn't let her leave. The victim was reportedly able to force her way out of the bedroom. She allegedly ran to her brother's room and waited until Moreno Farias left before telling her brother, who called their mother and the police. Moreno Farias reportedly denied the incident to the victim's mother. In Northwest news, the Washington Apple Commission is projecting that this year's crop will be the largest in state history. The commission says Washington could have a crop of 140 million bushels this year, breaking the record of 128 million bushels set in 2012. A bushel weighs 42 pounds. The state typically produces an average crop of 110 to 112 million bushels, with up to 35% of that exported. The commission says it would like to increase exports to deal with the larger crop. Apples are the state's largest farm product, followed by wheat, milk, potatoes, and hay. A Seattle man was released from prison after serving 10 years for a burglary he didn't commit. On Friday, Brandon Olibar collected nearly $500,000 from the state for his wrongful imprisonment.
It's enough for myself. I'm not really a materialistic person. I mean, all the money in the world can't give me back what I've learned and went through.
Not only was a woman speeding at 74 miles per hour on Interstate 5 in Linwood Monday morning, she also was alone using the HOV lane. When a tinted window was rolled down, her passenger was revealed to be a large teddy bear. Trooper Mark Francis said the 19-year-old Everett woman also didn't have auto insurance and was given tickets totaling $818. A Seattle police memo implies officers are going soft on crime because they don't want to violate use of force policies. Cairo's Allison Grand spoke to the police, and her investigation revealed it's how they define the word force.
If this trend continues, we're going to have an officer seriously hurt or killed.
Cairo 7 obtained this memo. For the first time in writing, an SPD commander at the East Precinct acknowledges the new use of force policy has officers backing off. The memo says some officers are, quote, very hesitant to use force, where force is clearly needed. This is a major officer safety concern.
There's no way that the public can ultimately be safe.
Seattle Police Guild President Ron Smith says the use of force policy isn't working.
The policy's over 80 pages long. It's very confusing.
And he says it's too extreme. Level 1 use of force can be triggered during any arrest.
If I were to go like this,
Ow.
Now I'm going to have to go into the precinct and file a level 1 use of force reporting because you said, ow, that the handcuffs hurt.
Another act that requires use of force paperwork.
Pointing your weapon at someone.
Smith says officers are spending too much time at computers, less time on the street. This picture was taken inside the West Precinct last spring on a Friday night. Smith says all of these officers were working on use of force paperwork. Smith says the most egregious example he's seen is on the surveillance video at the Seattle Pacific University shooting.
It shows officers going into the building while there's a suspect that has not been taken into custody with their guns in their holster.
And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.